All right, Shalom.
Shalom.
First off, we want to give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh,
Ba'ashem,
Ba'ashem,
Yahweh
Yahweh
Shai.
Shah. Double honors to the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone.
Uh-huh.
And this is sincere Shalom to all the Akim out here that's doing and pushing the work in truth and in sincerity.
Uh-huh.
Okay,
Trying to get out the sun.
con, con,
Yeah, because
con,
we're parked out. We're on out. Because right now, basically, me and the brother, we're on our way out to the gym right now, and the Spirit got on us do a little impromptu video. You know what I mean? So, yeah, man, we just here to further push this word, man. All right, but there was a particular topic the Spirit got on this brother that we wanted to touch on, man.
con. The key point is in the fourth verse of Daniel 12 and 4. Okay, but I'm gonna start at Daniel 12 and 1. Okay, and just go with the spirit, man.
Come.
It says, at in that time saw Michael stand up, the great prince, which standeth for the children of thy people, and there shall be a time of trouble, such as never was since there was a nation, even to that same time.
Mm-hmm.
And at that time thy people shall be delivered.
That's talking about right now. That right now. You got certain people out here trying to, what they trying to basically push off the fact that the prophecies are talking about right now. This time we in. This is the time right now. The chip is here, as through the Spirit we've been talking about. Okay, so this is the time right now. This is the time of the deliverance.
Everyone that shall be found written in the book. And many of them that sleep in the dust of the earth shall awake, some to everlasting life, and some to shame and everlasting contempt. And they that be wise shall shine as brightness of the firmament, and they that turn
Well, break
many.
that down. All that meat as you're
Yeah.
going, you got to break that down, man.
It says, well, is the scripture say, and many of them that sleep in the dust of the earth shall awake, because we're at the time of Jacob's trouble. We're at the end of the tail end of this kingdom going down. Okay, so a lot of people that you see that are out here that don't know what's going on, they're gonna wake up, and they're gonna some of them are gonna have that everlasting life, and some of our people are gonna have that shame and everlasting contempt.
Yeah.
Okay, but that is gonna be just for a time, because if you're an Israelite, you're gonna be able to enjoy the kingdom of heaven, man.
Yeah.
It says, and they
But
that be
but but,
what's
but,
like it.
but, but what's the no? I was just saying, what's that scripture? But first, by death and pain.
God,
Yeah, y'all gonna enjoy the kingdom, man. But you gonna have to go through a painful death before you get there because
God,
of your wickedness, man.
God.
Like these people that are blaspheming against the scriptures, changing around the doctrines and trying to push that out just to be wicked. Okay, the people that all of our people are out here doing wickedness, man, teaching false doctrines and committing adultery, being murderers, whatever it is you out here doing. Okay, the Lord, y'all gonna be put to death, man. And the brightness is talking about the knowledge of Yahweh Shai, man, because the scripture says a man's wisdom maketh his countenance to shine. So we're in the time now where the Lord is gonna make it completely manifest who His real prophets are, man. Mm-hmm.
It says Daniel 12 and 3, and they that be wise shall shine as the brightness of the firmament. Okay, and when you go into the word wise, okay, that means that you have judgment. Okay, you're able to judge the times. You're able to know what's going on. You're able to know who your enemies are. Okay, you're able to know how to serve the Lord. Because it's a wise thing to serve Yahweh Bashem Yahweh. Okay,
Con.
and they that turn many to righteousness.
That's us. That's us, man. Because we the only ones teaching the truth. You're damn right that's us. And nobody else. The brothers that's teaching the truth the right, proper way.
Right.
And I'm not even going to say, well, GMS, because there are certain brothers outside of GMS that's teaching the truth the right way. Okay? And we're not even saying that all of the elect is in GMS. We got people in GMS that's not of the elect. Okay?
Right.
And we got people that's outside of GMS right now that may be of the elect. But the elect is the elect. The GMS is just a title, man.
Yeah.
It's not even so much about GMS. A lot of guys roll with that. They just want to be down. They just want to be down. But GMS had that name on them. And that's just a title, man. The Lord is dealing with the elect, the 144,000, whoever they may be. But we know through the Spirit, like Yahweh Shah said, you shall know them by their fruits. We know by the Spirit that primarily the elect, I know for a fact that the elect is primarily in GMS.
Yeah.
I know for a fact through the Spirit of the Lord, some of a good number of the elect are the men of great millstone.
Yep.
You know what I mean?
Yep.
Certain men I know for a fact through the Spirit by way of the Spirit of Yahweh and Yahweh Shai, that they are men of the Lord by observation, by spiritual observation. You understand? That's the point that I'm trying to get across. Okay.
Right. And as far as like Great Millstone goes, we don't bring guys in and make them wicked. You know what I'm saying? That's not GMS doing. We're
Yeah.
telling them how to serve the Lord the right way, the proper way. So when we sit up there and say, yo, you guys need to stop focusing on your women, and focus on doing what the Lord said to do, that's not wicked.
That's right.
That's the right thing to do, man.
That's right.
Because these women to get you caught up, man. Um, don't be caught up in the ways of this society.
That's right.
And that's pretty much what we going in on this video. It says, and they that turn many to righteousness is the stars forever and ever.
The stars, the elect, man. Okay.
God. It says, but
they're gonna shine like stars in the sky. They uplifted, and you see them, and they shine bright. That's gonna be the elect. They're gonna be uplifted, man, in the kingdom.
God.
Okay.
It says, but thou, O Daniel, shut up the words and seal the book, even to the time of the end. Right? Because we at the time of the end. Many shall run to and fro, and knowledge shall be increased. And this is the point right here of the video. It says, many shall run to and fro. When you look at what's going on out here right now, you have a lot of people that don't know what's going on. All they see is the race riots going on, the RFID chip, and many people are panicking. Yeah. But the way knowledge is being increased is from off of us, the ones, the watchmen, we're actually seeing things as they come along, and we're getting a much, much more clear view of the prophecies. What's that in Peter? We have a more sure word of prophecy.
That's right. That's the knowledge, man. That's this knowledge, the right proper breakdown of the knowledge. Because we know what's going on. As the scripture says, and the rest were blinded, right? We know, but the election have obtained it. Right? We're the elect. The ones of us that's teaching the truth the proper way. Okay? And applying the Bible. It's not just about anybody can disseminate information, right? If you're sharp, if you're somewhat of a so-called sharp-minded dude, you can disseminate information. You can memorize scriptures, okay? And you can memorize information, okay? Women, you got women women are good at that. That's why, when it comes to Esau's knowledge, women are good at that. Like these women, they get all into going to school and going to college and whatnot because they can remember and disseminate information and remember and then regurgitate the information that they took in back out.
Yeah.
And then you got certain men that can do the same thing. And even with this truth, you got guys that we've seen them for years. We call them human concordances. Going back to One West back in the 90s, since I've been in the truth. You had guys come along, come and go. We had guys that would come in the truth, and they could go out speaking on the camp, or they could do a video, and they could sound just like a scholar. You just knew that this particular person was a man of the Lord. Hey, this dude, there one guy, this guy Yashawan, back in the 90s. He was one of the so-called generals back then. I was in his camp. He was my camp leader. This dude, when he would speak, he'd have like 5 readers, man. Brother, you hold that, you read that. Yeah, boom, 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 boom. He'd be hitting the scriptures, breaking them down, cutting people with the scriptures. But then he just fell out the truth. He gave heed to seducing spirits and went off into other false doctrines, and then the Lord pulled him out the truth. Yep. And another thing with him, he lost his patience. Because another thing, back in them days, man, this back in the days, and we didn't have cars like now. Brothers got vehicles and cars. Back then, ain't none of us had no car, man. It was back in '92, and we had one van. This other guy that he just recently passed on into the spirit world. A brother, older brother, he had a van. He had this one old broken down van. And we used to haul the camp equipment up in that one van. And that's how we got around. That's how we got back and forth to camp. And back in them days, we used to go out speaking almost every day on the camp. Because that's before the internet era. There was no internet. There was no doing videos like we doing now. That was just either, that's back when we were the school. You went up to the school and the classes. And then Saturday was always the primary day to go out speaking in New York. And then brothers went out on Sundays as well. They were always a Sunday camp, different camps. All the different camps went out on Sunday. Our day, the Brooklyn camp, our day was Saturday. That was our primary. Well, that was the primary day for all the brothers. But then on Sunday, a lot of the brothers up in the head camp, the main camp, they went out on Sunday. They went out on Sunday too. But with this dude Yashawan, Apostle Tahar as well. Apostle Tahar used to go out speaking all during the week. Okay, the camp I was in with the dude Yashawan, we went out on Monday, we went out on Tuesday, we went out on Wednesday. Thursday was a day off, and then we went out on Friday, and then we went out on Saturday. And then Sunday was like a day off for us. You see what I'm saying?
Right.
So, doing the work, but you had, and then back then you had the point to get back to my point. You had a whole heap of guys that was back there, teaching, going out speaking on fire, but they fell off. But back then, if you saw these guys, you just knew that they were men of the Lord, man. But the Lord got rid of them.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? The Lord got rid of them. Because, like I said, a lot of people can disseminate information. Dudes can remember scriptures and then, yeah, brother, and yeah, that's right, that scripture, yeah, and teach an awesome class. But are they applying the scriptures? King Marshall made a statement years ago. He said, look, I don't care. All these guys that know all these scriptures, but they don't apply the scriptures. I don't care if you got a brother that only know one scripture. But if he applies that scripture, that's a bad dude. That's the man the Most High is looking at.
Right.
See?
Right. 2 Peter 1:19. It says, we have also a more sure word of prophecy.
That's
Okay?
right. We got the truth.
Yep.
The right breakdown of the scriptures. And tell me how you know we got that. Because the chip,
Yep.
well, amongst other things, talking about us and Great Millstone, primarily, we were the main guys last year, 2 years ago, prophesying about that chip.
Yep.
Apostle Tahar, like last year, the spirit was on him real heavy. Just almost every class he taught, that chip, man, that chip.
Yep.
2 years ago, a year and a half ago, right? No shit, no, further back than that. But I remember like 2 years ago, primarily, and last year,
Mm-hmm.
like every Saturday, Apostle Tahar would go out on the camp or the studio show that the apostles would do. You remember
Mm-hmm.
that chip, and you brothers remember. Apostle Tahar was put that dude, but we got to talk about that chip.
Yep.
And then you had fucking bozos that were making mockery of Apostle Tahar and the rest of us. And sitting there with a bag of potato chips, eating the chips. Yeah, look, Tahar, I got the chip, the potato chip. I'm eating the chip, Tahar, look. Right? They made mockery of us.
Right.
Now the chip is mainstream.
Yep. And they don't know what to do. It's here. At the same time, while it's here, we're joyful.
Yep.
Because we know that salvation is right here, man.
That's right.
It's right around the corner, man. And you can clearly see it, man. I wouldn't be surprised if brothers see more chariots, a chariot actually come down, and brothers be like, yo,
Yeah.
It actually looks like this. You know what I'm saying?
Well, no, there has been. There's been crazy chariot sightings.
Gone.
Now, like I said, 10 years ago or 20 years ago, if you talked about UFOs, people say, you a nutcase, you really. But now, the UFO thing is mainstream. That's also mainstream.
Yeah.
Esau, when you watch, like A&E channel, whatever, history, when you watch TV, the so-called white man, Esau, he got all these documentaries now on UFOs.
Yeah.
Because now it's to the point where you can't hide it. Because the everyday average Joe is seeing UFOs.
Yep.
Like back 20, 30 years ago, there'd just be some remote farmers back in the woods somewhere. So people, that's just some crazy backwoods people seeing things. No, but now, motherfuckers walking up in New York City and seeing, oh shit.
Yeah. Yep.
Walking up 42nd Street and seeing UFOs in broad daylight.
Yeah.
You see? So they can't hide it now. So now the white man has to address it. So now that's why they got all these documentaries on UFOs and this, that, and the third, you know? But that's all things that through the spirit of Yahweh Shai, we've been talking about for many years. So like that, our word is sure.
Yeah.
Because the prophecies that we've been prophesying by the spirit of the Lord are coming to pass.
Right. It says, whereunto you do well that take heed. If you actually are listening to what brothers are saying, don't take the chip. That's what we don't take the chip. You know, and as things go forth, you're going to see more situations start to happen. You're going to see the dollar bill collapse. You know, the government going to shut down. We already in the time of, you know, the Confederate statutes being taken down,
which is inciting this race war, man. Inciting more hate towards you Negroes, man. Especially you so-called Negroes and the rest of you tribes.
Yep.
Getting these Edomites ramped up, and Trump has already been doing that. So it's all culminating, man. These Edomites, they're ready to come up against this government, man.
Yep. It says, as unto a light that shines in a dark place, right? Because this America is that dark place. You know, we speaking out against this place, man, because there is no light in this place, man. You know, the missiles about to come. You know, North Korea ain't playing around with America. Russia is saying that, you know, America better not touch North Korea. You know,
that's right.
Because hey, if you do, then you know we going to jump in.
That's
you know,
right.
so these countries, you know, even though they saying that North Korea ain't right, they still don't like America. Nobody likes America, man. You know, other than the coons and the nigga women, you know, you got to be lost to like this place, man.
That's
you know,
right.
But we know that this place is going down. So when a lot of these things start to happen, a lot of these people out here, they're gonna be, oh, what did the Quran say? You know, or what do the keeper need guys say? You know, you ain't gonna be able to understand it. You know, you ain't gonna be able to go on YouTube to get the truth, because the famine of the word is gonna come. You know,
that's right.
They sitting up there saying that we're gonna stop all the racist, terrorist, bigot videos and stuff like that.
Yeah, that's right. They're gonna shut the internet down. And the thing is, they primarily want to come after us.
Yep.
You know, and when I say us, meaning the Israelites, all these different Israelite groups, primarily us, and they primarily really want us because we the ones really teaching the truth and they know it. But guess what? They're gonna come after all you guys that call yourself Israelites, man.
Yep.
All the Israelite groups they're gonna come after, and then now you know what? Guess what? They're not just the Israel. They're not gonna stop there. Any of you so-called radical militant type, let's say black or ethnic groups. Okay, so all you so-called guys that call yourself Black Panthers, if you down with the Black Panther thing, they're coming after you. Anybody that says anything bad about so-called white people or the government, okay, these militia groups, they gonna go, the militia, these Edomite, they're gonna come after all of them, man. Okay.
God. Revelation 14:6, it says, and I saw another angel fly in the midst of heaven, having the everlasting gospel to preach unto them that dwell on the earth, and to every nation and kindred and tongue, because the Israelites are going to be in every nation. They're going to look like all different kinds of people, and they're going to be speaking different languages. Okay? It says, and people saying with a loud voice, fear Yahweh Shem Yahushua. And that's the key, man. Okay? Because when you fear Yahweh Shem Yahushua, that's when that wisdom is going to come. You know?
And fear the Lord. How do you fear the Lord? By keeping his commandments.
Yep.
The main commandment is doing the work, going out on the street, speaking. That's the fear of the Lord.
It says, and give glory to him.
You can do videos, man. It's cool to do the videos. You're supposed to, because it's another way of doing the work. We're doing the work right now.
Yep.
We own the camp, the internet camp. We're doing the work right at this moment. But the real solidification is going out on the highways and the byways, like the scripture said. Okay, because there's no scripture actually saying, go ye out on the internet. I mean, the Lord set up the internet. Yes, the Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai did set up the internet to further push this word, to touch the whole world. Because that's how a lot of brothers, the truth really started here in New York. But How did the brothers across the country and across the globe get this? By way of the internet. So the Lord is dealing with it. The Lord was dealing with the internet. He set it up. That's how a lot of you brothers in the other states woke up to the knowledge, because y'all saw us on the internet. You know, we didn't actually go out to California and set up a camp. We didn't actually go to Chicago and set up a camp. We didn't actually go up to Boston and set up a camp, or Texas and set up a camp. But y'all saw us on the internet. So the Lord is dealing with the internet. But as you know, you got to still go out on the streets.
Yep.
Okay? And that's the fear of the Lord. So anybody that's not actually going out there on the streets but talking about they serving the Lord, they full of shit. Okay? You full of shit. Talking about, I don't have to go out on the streets, man. I don't got to go out there. I do the videos. Well, you know what? Guess what? You still lacking.
Yep. And those type of guys will just go out just because brothers are trying to put that heat on their ass.
Yeah.
You know, and they, you know, with the scripture in the apocrypha say, you know, such a man only feareth the eyes of men. You know, not knowing that the Lord eyes are 10,000 times brighter than the sun. You know, so the Lord knows everything that you're doing, man. You know, He knows your deep inner thoughts. You know, and that's all gonna come to pass, man. Them idle words that you niggas are speaking, man. Okay, it says, fear Yahweh Shemiyah and give glory to him, for the hour of his judgment is come. You know, and the Lord is about to glorify his name, man.
That's
you know, these people everybody on this planet, you know, is gonna bow down to Yahweh Shemiyah.
That's right.
Man.
That's right. No matter who you are, whoever you think you are, all you people that you don't know, because a lot of you don't know the Most High. You don't know his real name, and y'all, and the main Yahweh Shai have not received his true glory on this earth, but he gonna claim it. He gonna come and claim it, man.
Yeah, like that bullshit coexist slogan.
Yeah,
you know, everybody that got different beliefs and stuff like
you
that.
You call him Buddha, I call him Jesus. You call him Hotep. You call him, no matter what you call him, as long as we're all praying to the same person. No.
Right.
Okay, the name of Yahweh Shai is gonna be glorified on this earth, because even today, even though a lot of people have woken up to the fact that Yahweh Shai was a so-called black man, that what they call Christ, a lot of people, even white people, will say, yeah, Jesus was black.
Right.
So, yeah, as opposed to when I was growing up, but they still don't acknowledge him.
Yeah.
That Caesar Borgia's image is still embedded in people's subconscious, man.
Yeah. And the Lord ain't with that shit, man.
Yeah.
You know, the scriptures say that his hour of judgment has come, man. You know, the Lord is about to start putting a lot of people to death, man.
He already is.
You know, his judgment is gonna come, man. You know, the missiles ain't sitting on ice, man.
Yeah.
You know, they're gonna come over here and they're gonna blast America to pieces, man.
That's right. They're gonna take this place out. They're gonna take out Israel over there. So for you guys that talk about go back to following other idiots, talking about you tribes, you Israelites that are following other charlatan leaders and have followed them back to Israel, like Ben Amin and them guys, and even this joker from GOCC, okay, Elder Rakah. Some of you idiots, you followed this nigga over to Israel, saying, yeah, we gotta go back to the Holy Land. We gotta go back to the Holy Land. And a whole good group of you followed this nut back over there, and then he took your passports and left you stranded over there.
Yeah.
And when you go to Israel, guess what? If you become a citizen of the state of Israel, you have to go in the military and fight in the Israeli army.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying?
Yeah, well, you know, with that, you know, it's pretty much the point, you know. I'm going to finish it. It says, and worship him that made heaven and earth and the sea and the fountains of waters, man. Okay? Because that's what it's all about, man. You know, if you're not down with Yahweh Shemiyah Shah, you got a mean death coming for you, man.
That's right. That's it.
You know? It ain't going to be no pretty death, man. You know?
That's right.
But, you know, the knowledge is coming, man. All the race wars are coming. The martial law, the RFID chip is here. You know, they're going to make it mandatory. All you people hopes and dreams is about to get destroyed, man.
That's right.
You know, but we going to be happy, man. The elect, you know, because we know that the kingdom is here, man.
Those that call upon the name of Yahweh and Yahweh Shai, that's who's going to be delivered, man. All right? So, yeah, man.
Yeah, well, with that, you know, hopefully this was edifying, you know. We want to give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh Shemiyah Shai.
Rakatha Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai.
Shalom till next time.
Shalom.